Well, we're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie. Fish don't fry in the kitchen. Beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we're up in the big leagues, getting our turn at bat. As long as we live, it's you and me, baby. There ain't nothing wrong with that. We're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie.
Well, hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. It is a Victory Monday, and I am truly excited about tonight. Well, let me say this. We have the victory, and you're going to find out even more and more tonight how you can get even more victory. We've already been born in victory. I already said that, 1 John 5:4. Tonight, we're going to have a very transparent conversation about the state of the industry. Where are we? What do we need to be? What are things that we need to do during this time that we're going through transition? Investing in yourself. There's so many things that we're going to talk about this evening, and we want you to tune in and go ahead and tell someone to get on this live tonight. If you are that person and you feel like you came across this live tonight for a purpose and a reason, stay right here because you're going to get something out of it tonight. If nothing else, you're going to get more motivated. If nothing else, you're going to see a new way of thinking about things. If nothing else, you're going to find out what's been missing in your chair and things that you've been missing in your life and what you need to do to stretch yourself even more. This is our 6th year with Mpulse Summit. And let me say that the number 6 is going to go even more powerful because I've been sharing through victory, the conversations, the communication, just things that's the confirmations about what's going to happen when you come to Charlotte, North Carolina for Mpulse Summit. It's so many things that is now going to put us in a new elevation, a new way of thinking about things, a new way of expanding ourselves. And the gentlemen that we're going to have on this live tonight are 2 individuals that's been instrumental in building themselves up and also pouring out to other people. I respect them, I love them, I trust them, and I know them. And these are things that individuals that we're going to be bringing to Mpulse Summit. We are going to be covering so many things at Mpulse Summit this year, from mental mindset to collaboration to partnership, talking about the love, fellowship, family, friendship, everything that is missing now. We're going to do it, from going into knowing that September the 21st to the 23rd, we're going to be in Charlotte. And if you know that you need to be in the seats of Mpulse Summit, don't second guess yourself. We're there to transform lives. Not just one way, but three or more ways, and that's spiritually, personally, and professionally. And I want to talk about that even more a little later on tonight. Our spirit has been shaken, and our professionalness has been shaken. And now let's get into the power of the push. We are having so many events at Mpulse Summit that we want to include you in on. And one of the major things that we're going to be doing now that we've added just for founders is a founders offsite brunch. Just for the founders. It is a orange event just for founders, and that's going to be brought to you by who you with. That's right. It's Day Orange Party by Elevate My Business, and that is Zan and Tom. And so you want to be in the building because it's a way that we're going to be talking about networking. You're going to be able to meet your other core specialists that's going to be there to really have a hands-on, a one-on-one conversation with them. It's going to be fun. Food, something that we've actually added to it. Another thing is trade secrets. Now, what is trade secrets? Trade secrets is going in where we are going to empower and enrich the consumers, those who are the public. Why are you doing this? Is because now we have to now start getting them back into the salons, understanding that it's okay and a safe place to come back into the salons to get your hair done, to get your mindset right, to get your confidence up. And this is why we are reaching out now and saying, let's empower you with mental health. Let's empower you with knowing about healthy hair care and knowing about proper procedures of being in a salon and why you need to seek out a core specialist to do your hair. And this is where we are going in, and that's going to be open to the public, and that's on Saturday. We are a faith-based summit. I'm going to say that right now. If you don't want to hear about God, normal feeling, it's okay. But we are having our overseer for the last 6 years, Pastor Major C. Jones, the second, very powerful person that's going to come in and really change your life. You will not leave Mpulse Summit the same way. That's a guarantee. And if you do, shame on you. It's because you did not dig into what God has. This year is victory. And I see it, I feel it, I know it, that no matter what fight you've been going through, it is victory and it's all said and done. You just have to focus on in front of you. So whoever is born, whosoever is born of God, overcometh the world. And this is the victory. I'm going to say that again. This is the victory. So you have to realize that you already been born in victory. You're walking in victory. You have to now think in victory, talk in victory, know that it's victory all around you. So this live is for you tonight, and it's going to be many more to come. But we are doing a introduction as to individuals so you can see them, feel them, and know their heart is about you, you, and you. And we've added some individuals that's on here. And one of the gentlemen that we've added, I've been watching him for a while, watching how he actually carried himself and, you know, the work that he's been doing and how he's just really been pushing and how he's so humble. My goodness, just humble with the things that he knows, the knowledge that he's always. And he actually attended Mpulse Summit, and now he is now coming in to transform lives through his color and cutting techniques. And so this is why you want to be a part of Mpulse Summit. The next individual I'm going to be bringing up soon is, I call him my brother. This is none other than Mr. Corey. Mr. Corey is an individual that is going to show you, mold you, empower you, build you up. And he's going to talk about that tonight on this live. So you don't want to miss it. Tag somebody and say, listen, she has two powerful cut and color core specialists that's going to be at Mpulse Summit, but they're bigger than that. Mpulse Summit is bigger than hair. It's bigger than anything that you can think about. It is bigger than hair, where we are focusing on an inside out, and the rest will follow. When you get your inside right, the rest will follow. I guarantee that. And so that's why we are digging deep into mental mindset and relationship building. We're doing empowerment about relationships. And yes, people are bringing their husbands and their spouses and their significant others with them. Entrepreneurship classes for young entrepreneurs. How to get your business set up right. If you feel like you need to start over, it's not too late to start over. We all make mistakes. We all have coming up with something. There's so many people that believe and trust the Mpulse Summit. And the young lady that you see on the screen tonight is one of those individuals, and that is Kai Smith. She is the founder and the CEO of the American Academy of Hair and Scalp Disease out of Houston, Texas. So she is going to be one of our proud partners. So you're going to see her on a panel discussion. We have AT&T, which is another partner with us, that's going to be there and showing up every year, and that's AT&T. Another partners that we have with us is Elevate My Business, and that is Zan Ray and Tom Collins. And they're asking, are you ready to achieve your freedom numbers? And that's going to be very exciting for them to really talk to you about. Now, you're asking, when is Mpulse Summit? Where is Mpulse Summit? And how can I get to Mpulse Summit? Well, it's going to be at the Hilton Charlotte Airport. That's right. You will simply take a shuttle from the airport over to the convention site, and right there, we're there. Now, we've actually had to open up some more rooms, and that's a great thing. I'm going to say that. But do not miss out on the experience. This is not a hair show. This is experience. And everyone knows, if you are a person that love a good restaurant, a person that love a good vibe, a person that love a good spirit, you want to be in the building. of Mpulse Summit, September, the 21st through the 23rd. And we are offering CEU hours, and that's going to be given to you by Mr. Corey Paul. So CEU hours are offered, so don't miss out. We also have Afterpay. For those who are wondering, how can I get there? Then we also are offering Afterpay. So come on in the building. No excuses. Let's get in the building. People are asking, what do I wear on what day? You're gonna need your cream. You're gonna need your shades of blue. You're gonna need your orange for founders for this day event. And so that's some of the things that we're gonna be covering. But tonight, we're gonna be talking about the power of the push. The power of the push. And be prepared to push that button to go ahead and come on in the room of Mpulse Summit tonight after you hear from these two amazing pioneers in the industry that is blazing through and just making a way for so many people. I'm super excited that they said yes. Let's go ahead and welcome to the seats of Motivational Monday with Mpulse Summit, Mr. Corey Paul and Mr. Jamez Smith. Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
I know. Go ahead and tell about who you are. Let me start with Corey. And where can they find you at? Because they're going to be really looking for both of you all after this live is over. If they have not heard about you two, they're going to be searching for you. Like, where can I find them? How can I sit in their class? Where are they? So go ahead, Corey. Tell a bit about who you are and where are you?
I am Corey Paul. Y'all can find me on Instagram. Hair color is Corey Paul. I'm North Carolina's finest, right? If I have to say so much. But I am based out of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Again, you can hit me up on Instagram at hair color is Corey Paul. You can hit me up on Facebook at Corey Paul. And I am super, super excited about Mpulse Summit this year. When Mitch said, she put the scripture up there and she said the victory is now. Like, that hit me hard right there. The victory is now, right? It's not coming. It's not past. It's right now. Like, you're sitting in victory right now. So I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm ready for Mpulse Summit. I got 2 fire classes for y'all this year. And I'm just excited about the broadcast tonight.
Yes, it's going to be good. Jamez, tell who you are, because I know a lot of people are excited. I mean, you have a wealth of knowledge that's stored inside of you. So just tell who you are so that people can start following right now before we dig deep into everything that we're going to offer at Mpulse Summit with these gentlemen.
Of course. What's going on, everybody? My name is Jamez Smith. I can be found on Instagram at I am the letter J M-E-Z Smith. I am Jamez Smith on Instagram and also on Facebook, just my name, Jamez Smith.
See, that's way. So go ahead and start tagging these individuals and look out for them. So, gentlemen, we are going to have a really good, soft conversation tonight, but we're going to give some real hard advice. And when I say that, we're talking about the state of the industry right now. We're talking about what keeps you going. We talk about the power of the push. And when I think about push, we just keep, going and praying without ceasing and just keeping going. And through the transition of a lot of things that's been going on in the industry right now, what keeps you going? What motivates you all to keep doing what you're doing? Because I've watched a lot of the amazing things that you're doing, and now, there's something behind it. What pushed you to that point, Corey?
I'll say with all the negative things that we're seeing on social media, people are watching, right? So as a leader, I think it is our responsibility to show the up and coming hairstylists as well as hairstylists who may have been doing it for ages, right? The proper things, whether that's cutting, color, or business. Because I feel like a lot of times as hairstylists, we drop the ball when it comes to that business aspect, right? We're creative and we love creating these beautiful looks, but like, are we really handling our business? So I would just say, because people are watching, I feel like it's super important just to put out positive and the right thing to do.
I like it. I like so positiveness. And Jamez, what about you?
Honestly, what's my push? And maybe a little bit different. My push is actually to be responsible to the prayers that I ask for. we have these dreams of, opening salons and doing these classes. And, even if we're getting to a stumbling block of learning something within ourselves, and you ask God to reveal it to you, and he gives you these visions, and with the victory that's coming, or like Corey said, the victory that's already there, is your job to just lean on him. You know what I mean? And to just allow the things to manifest, because whatever you ask for is going to come to light.
It's going to come. And so, as I've been watching both of you all, Corey, you have a very successful salon in Winston-Salem, and Jamez, you as well. And I know it gets hard because through ownership, anytime you're an entrepreneur, let me say that, is not for the weak. It is definitely not for the weak, right? So, I know you see people come in your salon, like I have, and seeing people just want to give up and just like want to walk away from the chair and say, I'm done with this. What is it, if somebody's on this live right now listening, that you can tell them, and we'll start with you, Corey, that you can tell them to keep going? Because, and I can just tell you some of the things I said, but Corey, let's start with you.
Storms don't last always, right? We all get to that point to where we feel like we want to give up. But just like Mitch said, you already have the victory. We were talking about this a little bit earlier before we came on, right? So if we already had a victory, and these storms are going to be short-lived, it's going to pass, don't give up. Keep pushing, keep fighting. I can tell you from experience, I have been there. Just these past 2 years have been incredibly difficult for me, but I had to keep going. Me, I have a full staff that are watching me. So if they see me give up, then they may think it's okay to give up, right? So because I know I have somebody, to support me, it's just easy to keep going.
That's good. I like that. And see, the transparency is, a lot of people on the live tonight think, okay, I cannot tell anyone, and they like to suffer in silence. But the reality of it is, everyone goes through a storm. I don't know of anyone that has not gone through a physical storm, and now it may go through a mental storm in you, but it does not last long. You just have to hold on. Jamez, what about you? Because I know, like I said, entrepreneurship, ownership is not for the weak.
You hit it right on the head. It is not for the weak. And even today I'm still questioning it right now. Right. But I do want to say this, to compliment what Corey just said. Trouble doesn't last always. You know what I mean? The storm is going to come. And if your mind is set on it, just focus on it. Just find the one thing that makes you happy in doing it. Find the joy. And joy doesn't necessarily mean that you're happy and you're smiling all the time. That's not always the case. But if you could find that one piece of joy and just home in on that, that can help you with your path. It's kind of like working out. You know what I mean? You know that you have to do it. And sometimes even while you're doing it, you're questioning, like, why am I here? Why am I doing this? Oh my God. And then things is coming left and right. But in all of that pain and all of that struggle, it's building a muscle. It's building a muscle for your heart. It's building a muscle for your mind. It's building you. It's part of your character. And it's also being a testimony so you can plant a seed for the next person.
I like that. Trouble doesn't last always. And there's a song that says trouble doesn't last always. But you said something very, very profound. And you said the word joy. And I always say that in the Bible, it talks about joy more than do anything else. It says joy, unspeakable joy, right? Joy comes in the morning time. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy is guaranteed to come in the morning. So there's a could be, and then there's what's going to come. And that's where we have to really be embedded in investing in ourselves. The one thing that I've learned about both of you all, that y'all are constantly investing yourselves, because I see y'all at classes. I see y'all putting on classes. I see y'all a part of collaboration in classes. I see you traveling and investing yourself. And if you're not on the stage, see, sometimes people think you have to be on the stage all the way. You're in the seats. I witnessed that. We did that at Premiere a couple of weeks ago. Corey, I seen you, Jamez. I was there. And Kay was there, investing in ourselves. Brandy was there. And all of these individuals, they are on stages, but you constantly find yourself absorbing and taking in more and more. Y'all both can say, listen, I learned all the color techniques. I'm good. I'm Gucci. What keeps y'all keep going and sitting in classes and learning? Because I said it on your class, Corey and Kay, a couple of weeks ago, and I was just going from one class to another, just getting information and just, saying that's good. Okay, that's a good one. You talked about incentive programs to keep people motivated. These things here is a trigger that's going to motivate you to do even better. What causes you to really want to invest in yourself? Because any of us could say, I'm going to save my money, but you don't realize you're not saving money by staying at home. Go ahead, Corey.
So again, I'm going to get back to that. That burnout is real, right?
Ooh, talk about it.
Is real. It's a real thing. Even if you don't want to say it, you've experienced burnout, right? So after you pour into so many people, whether that's your salon staff, whether that's a room full of hairstylists, it's important for you to go back and get filled up. So that's why I love getting education, because it's my time where I can go and get information. I can go and get filled, and then it's easy for me to go back and fill other stylists.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying, because you go back and you get the information and you bring it back to feed, and that's how you can. A lot of times people say, you know what? No, they need to invest and they need to pay their price, and I'm not going to bring them nothing back. But you're not afraid to come back and share, because God gives you an overflow of abundance because you took the time to share with somebody else. Jameis, go ahead, because I also seen you at so many classes and just pouring in and collaborating with other people. And look at you now.
For me, I kind of can be a little bit of a geek when it comes down to, in this industry, because my gift came from the learning portion. I didn't have it to just do it. I had to watch someone do it. I had to hear what they're saying, ask questions, and then that developed my physical skill set. So I wasn't the ones that just woke up with a pair of curlers and shears in my hand and was able to make it happen. No, it really took a focus and a patience. But my gift is actually in the learning portion of it. And so for me, I like two things is happening when I'm attending a class. One is the information. And two, I'm fact checking what I have up here, because 9 times out of 10, I'm already done research on a particular thing, whatever it is that I'm in class for, whether it's business, whether it's color, whether it's cutting, whether it's styling, extensions. Mind you, I do all of that stuff. But I kind of do like a prelude to those things. And then I just kind of go in and I fact check, I listen, and I absorb all the information, because sometimes a lot of information comes at you, and it's your job to kind of filter through it and find the one thing that you can actually connect with, and then you build up on it. So sometimes you may end up taking a class more than one time, because your purpose for being there is to get that one thing, and once you got it, now it's time for you to move on to the next.
I like that. The benefits of continuing education. Exactly. I am a true believer in sitting in classes. And when it comes to, if I'm not sitting in a class, I'm always Googling something, or I'm always screenshotting something, or, sharing something in my notes to better me, because I want to stay and keep elevating. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to stay still. I want to keep going higher and higher. And I look at the fact that, yes, I am almost 55 years old, but I feel like I'm just beginning. And I feel like I'm always trying to find something new to reinvent myself, to create myself, to be different, to always push. Even the times when I want to walk away and give up, I know that there's a greater purpose for me to not give up. It's somebody that, like you said, we are responsible for, that we need to push. There's somebody who's going to call us and say, listen, I need this. And then that's when you step back into saying, it was meant for me to be in this building. It was meant for me to come and take these classes. Corey, if there's somebody out there right now, and there's so many of us that's sitting out there and watching the screens, and, we social media going through, and we just look at the life of everybody else, and everybody just like, oh my God, I want to be like them, or I want to have 1 million followers. It's not about the followers. It's about the faith. And I told Kata, I said, man, Corey had a lot of views on this one particular technique you did when you took the young lady from black to blonde, right? You had so many views, and through those things, it was like, tons, like thousands of views. People are always counting the likes when the reality is you've seen it and you keep going. and you find out when to post, when not to post. And that's one thing that I, learned from you is the business portion of keep going. Even when you don't see it, somebody else seen it. As they say, you didn't see it, but somebody else saw it. Cora, what are you telling someone now that's out there that's saying nobody's paying me attention? I'm irrelevant. I am just somebody who won't sit behind this chair, spin the chair over and over, and that's it.
Keep your blinders on, stay focused and stay consistent. My social media following has not always been my social media following. I started out like zero, like everybody else, right? But the thing is, I stayed consistent through negative comments, through positive comments, good experiences, bad experiences. Just stay consistent, right? No matter if you have, and that's one thing I learned from you, Mitch, when it came to, we talked about this with education. I don't care if it's one person in that class or if it's 1,000 people in that class. I'm gonna give that same one energy. I'm gonna give those 1,000 people, right? I want to make sure that if I just got one person in my class, I want to give it my all. So even when it comes to social media and you feel like you only got that one follower, baby, give that one follower everything you got.
It's so true because I've watched you and Kay, right, on numerous occasions, and not one time, I don't care how many people in the class, I don't care who's sitting, you have given your 100%. And that's one thing that we talked about. I don't care who is in front of me. You never know what that one person can do and how they can break through doors and barriers because you decided to show up. The key to things now is that people don't want to show up because they shamed, or they don't want to just show up because of the fact that they are suffering in silence instead of saying it out loud. That is something that you need to come get. Go get it. Jamez, I know you experienced the same thing because I've watched you, come in. No matter who is in front of you, you give 120+%. What causes that? Because a lot of people said, no, it's just one person. It's okay. I can just sit back and be chilling. No, you don't do that.
Well, listen, Corey just literally spoke to me just a few moments ago, because I do have a slight inconsistency when it comes down to the social media push. I have my love-hate relationship with social media, but I will say this. My goal is in education is to make sure that people have it, to make sure that they walk away with something that they can use. For me, and transparency moment, I struggle with, do I want to educate and making sure that people have it, or do I just want to be in front and shine? But I really realized, like, really diving in over the past couple of days, and I really want people to get it. I really want people to understand it, and I want people to grow within themselves and feel more confident. So with me wanting that, I also have to implement that with myself.
Yeah, that's good. The transparent moment is that we are confident builders, right? But a lot of times when we are pouring out, we lose our confidence. You know what I'm saying? We lose the thing that's keep pushing us. So we got to have somebody that's pour back into us. The thing now that we have to realize in this industry, you're going to pour out and it's okay. It's going to hurt. The pouring is painful. I'm going to tell you that right now. And the refill, when you're not being filled back up, that's even more painful. But you cannot stop it because there's somebody there that's continuously waiting on you to keep knocking. And you got to keep knocking, especially I always tell people, if you get in this industry, don't like it. You got to love it. You got to love this industry, and don't get it because you talk about how much money you making and get in the bag. And, I got this and I'm the BOSS. Come on. It's time out for that. And it's about you realizing that when you are in this chair, you don't know who you are touching in the chair. The young lady said, it was meant for me to come to you. Young lady I did Saturday, right? And she said, I've never paid this much for my hair before. She said, but it was well worth it because what you poured into me, it was worth every dime. So it wasn't just about the hair and the haircut and the color that she received and stuff like that, but it was about the fact that she recognized the value of the experience, the value of knowing I'm in the building with a young lady who's willing to share with me her ideas because I said it's inside of you. What are you waiting on? A lot of us don't realize that we walk around with so many things inside of us and we wait and we wait and we wait until we die with it. I don't want to leave here full. Let me say that. I want to leave here empty. And there's something out there, someone out there right now that's feeling that same way, that they want to give up. They don't understand, but you got to show up to get the experience. Corey, every year you show up at Mpulse Summit, and I never forget the first year that you said yes, right? How's that feeling? Because now you have elevated with us for several years now, and you keep coming with something different every year. You don't keep turning in the same, name of the class, and I'm just gonna show up and do the, this because hey, it's just Mpulse and I'm familiar territory. You show up as if it's a strange land, and you want to come into a strange land. What keep you doing that?
Well, for one, the summit. I'm gonna be honest. The summit. Every time that I come to the summit, of course, I'm coming there to educate, but I get so much there, right? And so I don't want to show up empty-handed. But so much already being poured and just in the pot. I just don't want to come just empty-handed. That's plain and simple, right? So I want to make sure I'm coming with new techniques. I want to make sure I'm coming with something that's going to inspire and encourage someone, right? Because I get those same things from the summit as well. So I say that's one thing. And then the second thing is I want to stay relevant. I don't want to be like the dinosaurs and go extinct. And, I'm still doing, finger waves and roll curls. No disrespect to anybody that's doing that. Do your thing, shine on. Relevant. So that's my push for it.
I like it. And Jamez, you like you say, you're a geek in it, but at the same time, you're always fulfilling a void that's missing because you're always studying. There's somebody out there right now that's saying, I don't even know where to begin. What advice can you tell someone that's out there? And then we're going to go to a commercial in a couple of minutes. But what can you tell someone that's saying, I don't know what to do? What's next?
To tell someone what is next, whatever is next is whatever you can possibly think of, but you still have to find the one thing that has you focused, because everything comes back to center to one position. So if that one thing that you focus on, that you really, really love and that you really, really believe in, you build on that and you expand in that. You keep expanding and keep growing on it, adding to it, making it fuller. It's like getting dressed in the morning or getting dressed to go out. You'll put on a pants, you'll put on a shirt, but then you want to add accessories. You want to put on a belt. You might be in monochromatic, and then you say, I want to pop a color. Then you can put a pin in. You might put a feather in. You might want to put, if you're a female, you want to put your hair up. You might want to change your glasses, add rings, add jewelry. But it all still centers around you putting on that simple pant and that simple top.
I like that. So, after this is over, I'm going to ask y'all what motivates y'all, because both of y'all are so creative. So think about that. Let's go to a commercial. Welcome to the heart of Mpulse Summit, the Founders Program. But what exactly is a founder? A founder of Mpulse Summit is more than just an attendee. They are the trailblazers. They are the visionaries who secure that spot early, paving the way for an unforgettable experience. Now, when you become a founder, you're not just reserving a seat, but you are empowering Mpulse Summit to bring top-tier artists, speakers, and all the essential elements that make this event extraordinary. So what does a founder ensure at Mpulse Summit? A founder is about commitment, dedication, and a shared vision. And in return, we're dedicated to spoiling our founders with exclusive perks that go beyond general admission. So picture this: preferred seating at all the events, your very own Founders Day Party, and access to an exclusive Founders Lounge at the hotel. And let's not forget the swag bags that's packed with extra goodies just for our founders. So join us as a founder, not just for the perks, but join us as we embark on a journey to transform lives. So it is so great that we talk about the founders, because these are individuals who said it's a no-brainer. I'm going to be at Mpulse Summit. I want to be VIP. I want to sit up front. And one of the things that Joy L. Hunt said, and you'll be able to really meet her, a phenomenal business coach, is always sit with the VIPs. She said that's where the serious people are. And that made so much sense. She said, every time I go anywhere, I always make sure I'm sitting up front, because I want to be able to rub shoulders and ask questions with individuals. And that's where you'll have the ability to do so with your course specialist that's going to be there, as well as the partners and the visionary founders of Mpulse Summit is going to be there, and the key holders. And so just be prepared for the experience of Mpulse Summit. And what is going to motivate you to be there is knowing that in September, we call it post-timber, we shutting the whole place down in Charlotte, North Carolina, and you're going to be able to meet these individuals, Mr. Corey Paul, as well as Jamez. Now, we're doing something even special. If you want a general victory ticket, general victory ticket is $299, and that's going to get you all of your classes. If you are in the VIP, that's going to give you all the perks of being in VIP, all the offsite orange day party, the cream, the brunches, the breakfast, the swag bags, the MIM networking, speed networking. We also doing a before the cream event, we're actually doing a founders interview podcast just for the founders. So we're going to be doing some interviews along with, now we have been offered 15% off with our new partner. And that is new use standards that's going to be joining us. So if you are in the building for Mpulse Summit, it's a no-brainer that you go ahead and lock in. VIP $599. But if you're looking for general victory, come on in at the $299 price. We are offering afterpay as well. So if you want to get in the building, you can. Also, we are offering CEU hours. So if you have continuing education that you need hours for, we have that as well. So let's get back to let me say this. Next Wednesday, the 31st, we are doing something very special. We're doing a free webinar, but you have to log in and sign up for this. And it's going to go from slow to overflow. And that's going to be next Wednesday. We'll talk about that a little bit more in depth. So you definitely want to be there for this webinar, from slow to overflow. These young ladies here are going to also tell you how to increase your business by $25,000 to $80,000 a month. Ooh, come on, somebody. That's what I'm talking about. So I already kind of signed up for that class to the right now. So both of those individuals are going to be in the building. And as Dan Ray said, you want to make sure that you always do VIP. Always do VIP. It's nowhere to be but VIP. So going into investing in motivation, both of you all have submitted different competitions and classes, and there's different things. What motivates you for your color? What motivates you for your styling techniques, and just period? What is your motivation behind it when you see something and you be like, you know what, I think this color be great for this person?
How they got them arranged. Oh, I like that color palette. Or I may
Mm-hmm.
when it comes down to like the photo shoots and the express price, but ideally I learned to just have fun with it. And
Yeah. And I was like, oh, I don't know about me. I do the other people, but what about me? And then I found Micheline Barber, the visionary founder of Mpulse Summit.